For nearly half a century, Voyager 2 has been drifting through the darkness, a fragile relic from an era of disco and typewriters, still whispering across the cosmic ocean. But recently, that whisper turned into something else. Something intelligent. Something impossible. What NASA received wasn't just a signal, it was a message from the edge of existence that defied everything we thought we knew about space, physics, and the silence between stars. In 2018, Voyager 2 crossed the final breath of our solar system, the heliopause, and what it found stunned scientists. They expected a slow fade, a gradual weakening of the solar wind. Instead, it was like the spacecraft hit an invisible wall. Plasma density spiked. Radiation surged. Magnetic fields snapped into alignment as if the boundary between our sun and the galaxy beyond had been drawn by hand, razor-sharp and deliberate. It wasn't chaos. It was precision. The data revealed that the heliosphere, the bubble protecting Earth from cosmic radiation, isn't static. It expands and contracts like something alive, breathing with the sun's rhythm. And that breath is getting shorter. The shield that guards us is thinning. But then came the strangest discovery of all. The magnetic field outside the heliopause was perfectly aligned with the sun's own. That's not supposed to happen. By every model, it should have been a messy collision of magnetic chaos. Instead, it was seamless. Like two patterns made to fit. Was this natural? Or was something, or someone, maintaining this balance? Scientists argued, but when Voyager 2 crossed that threshold, even skeptics went quiet. Because what happened next couldn't be explained by physics alone. Weeks after entry into interstellar space, Voyager began detecting rhythmic plasma pulses. 13.2 hours apart. Precise. Consistent. Like a heartbeat echoing through the void. Space should be random, turbulent, not rhythmic. Yet this pulse continued for months, unchanged. When the data was converted into sound, it didn't resemble static. It sounded alive. Then, suddenly, silence. In 2019, Voyager 2 went dark. No warning, no error. Just nothing, as if something had reached out and pressed pause. Hours later, it came back online by itself, without human command. NASA called it a glitch. But buried in the telemetry were electromagnetic bursts that didn't match any known cosmic source. It was as though something had touched the probe, and then let go. Soon after, the probe began sending impossible data. Logs from years earlier, rewritten, restructured, encoded in formats Voyager was never programmed to use. Subsystems thought dead flickered to life. Instruments realigned toward constellations it shouldn't have been able to see. And then came images, faint, fractured, distorted frames showing not the spacecraft, but something around it. A shifting haze. A moving shadow. Patterns in the void. Some at NASA dismissed it. Others whispered a darker theory. What if Voyager hadn't just crossed into deep space, but into something conscious? A region where magnetism and plasma behave like neurons, where the fabric of space itself remembers and responds. Voyager 2's data suggests the heliopause may not be a wall at all, but a filter, one that lets our signals leave, but keeps others out. A one-way mirror. And Voyager, against all odds, may have pierced it. Something on the other side could now see us. Every pulse, every echo, every magnetic fold seems to carry a signature, not random noise but pattern. Ratios. Spirals. Mathematical order. The same geometry that builds galaxies, seashells, and life. What if what we call space isn't empty, but structured? A living medium, aware of interaction, capable of reply? Voyager didn't just find the edge of the solar system. It found the first trace of intention in the dark. Its faint heartbeat isn't a machine's, it's a signal that we're being acknowledged. So the question isn't what Voyager found. It's who found Voyager. If this shook your idea of reality, listen closely, because somewhere beyond 12 billion miles, the next whisper is already forming. Maybe the universe was never silent. Maybe we just didn't know how to listen.